No, no problem.
Great, Jeff. Thank you. I really appreciate being able to record this, as some people can't make it to every town hall, and I want them to be able to go back and see what we discussed. This specific town hall is just one of many that we're having over the summer. Some of them are specifically focused on the mini grant. This one's focused on the network, the OT network, and how you can use it going forward as an overdose prevention organizer. And then there's also going to be another set of town halls specifically on overdose prevention data, and what you know about it, how we can help, and maybe some courses that we can help to train you on how to use some of that data, as we know that not everyone has the technical expertise to manage data. So my name is Charla Burnett. I am a consultant at Organizing Together. We're a research and organizational development collective comprising of a number of experts in different areas of organizational management. One aspect of what we do for our clients is that we manage spaces on our network platform, which if you guys have already logged in, you'll kind of know it a little bit, but we'll talk a little bit about it today. You can join the network, and I'll go ahead and put this in the chat by going to moda.community, and it will take you to our access page where you can make a profile. Now, some of you might question, well, why do we need a profile? You know, some people are skeptical about making another profile. One reason why this tool is so important to organizations, and specifically organizations focused on coalition building, is that it provides a unique space where we can get to know each other, share resources, and make that space specifically for your organizational mission. So in regards to prevention and overdose prevention, this should be a space where you should be able to log in at any point. And if you're searching for resources, you can ask your colleagues, or it can also be used as a space to build collaborative relationships and projects and to share data and information. So we're going to go over the platform today. Does anybody have any questions before we begin?
No.
All right, so I'll go ahead and share my screen if everybody is okay with me moving forward. I have a tendency to speed through this exercise as I do it quite a bit. So if for any reason I'm going too quickly, or you have a question, please feel free to interrupt me, or if you don't feel comfortable interrupting me, you can post it in the chat. The chat is at the bottom of your screen, next between participants, and share your screen. So please feel free. I'm monitoring that chat as I go. And I also appreciate your feedback at any point in this tutorial. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. So when you put in moda.community, you will stop at this landing page. It'll tell you a little bit about the site, what courses you'll get access to, who the hosts are, and a description of the network itself and some of the benefits that you will get. This network will always remain free to you to use. As a part of our contract with the Prevention Network, you also get access to all of our courses for free, which this isn't something that is offered to everyone for free. What this means is you'll have access to courses on capacity building for organizational management. So as you can see, there's a fundraising 101 course, grant writing 101, MailChimp 101. We just started the Organizing Together network in February. So this course list is rather small, but it's going to be growing throughout the year. We have over 52 courses that we teach in-person trainings, and now obviously with COVID over the internet. But we would love for you to utilize these courses, ask questions, contribute resources, as each one of the courses is a living library where we can all share information with one another. So when you go ahead and click access, it's going to ask you to create a profile. This profile is important for several reasons. For one, it allows us to interact with our membership. So you'll see, and it'll probably be to your annoyance at first, that you're going to have a lot of emails at first. So I'm also going to go over today how you can change the settings to only receive emails that are meaningful to you. Oh, thank you, Claire, for your feedback on the academic detailing training. I'm super happy that you enjoyed it, and we're hoping to add more to that list. What's great about this is that you can also just link up through your Facebook or your LinkedIn. This allows other members to follow you on these platforms. So if you're connected with Facebook, they'll be able to find you on Facebook and become your friend. If you add LinkedIn, then they'll be able to build a relationship with you on that as well. We never sell your data. Your data is shared with Organizing Together. And we might do some outreach, but you're more than welcome to unsubscribe from that outreach at any time. What that really focuses on are updates about the platform and about the different projects that we're doing in the community to help strengthen progressive missions, such as overdose prevention. So once you create your account, you will come to a screen that looks much like this, or you'll log in directly into your space. So what you're gonna see here is a very similar kind of template to Facebook. The reason why this is better than Facebook, in our opinion, is once you provide data on the Facebook app, that data becomes Facebook's, and they get to do whatever they want with it. With this platform, the data stays within our network, and it can't be used, and it remains in your ownership. So if you want to take the data somewhere, we'll remove it. It doesn't get stored here. Another reason why this platform is being used to replace Facebook for organizations is the direct communication that it has. If you've used Facebook before, you'll see that if you post something in a group, half of the members don't see the post. And that's because of the way that Facebook's algorithms work. And it's really frustrating when you're the member or the leader in a coalition or a network, and you can't communicate properly with all your members. So what this allows you to do is anytime the prevention network makes a post, you will all be notified either via email or a push notification to your phone if you're using the app. We've shown through research that people who receive text messages or direct push notifications on their phones interact with the organization and show up to events more frequently. So we definitely suggest that you download the app. And you can do that directly by clicking on your settings. And you can go, oops, text me the app. And you could go ahead and enter your phone number right there, and it'll text you so that you can get the app on your phone. Another part of your account will be your profile. And we're seeing that a lot of people are logging in, and people might be using the platform to communicate with one another via your space or to apply for the mini grant. But we're noticing a lot of people haven't taken the time to edit their profile. Now, why is this important? Well, for one, you're putting a face to the name. People relate to each other more often when they can see a face, and then they'll be able to identify you at future events relating to overdose prevention. Another reason is we're looking for more information about what organization you're a part of. So in the About You section, you can go ahead and write your organization, about your mission, your industry, and this provides us with data that allows us to understand where overdose prevention organizations are located, what type of work they're doing via industry. So we're going to be taking that data and we're going to be creating a map for you to be able to search and find all the different overdose prevention programming across the state. So making sure that you fill out that application is super important. You can also add personal links so that other members can interact with you on different platforms. But it really is helpful for you to go ahead and fill out that profile. Okay.
Darla,
Yeah.
this is John Cronick again. As you're going through this, do people have to be registered on Organizing Together to be part of a group? In other words, can I set up a group for my fan chapter, my prevention chapter, and even more than one group on this?
Yes, if you would like to set up your own individual space, we actually have a course on this because this is a service that we also provide. So you're more than welcome to get your own space. Whether or not you want to set it up yourself or if you need support curating it, we're here to help you. But it's really good to go to the meta courses, and there's one on spaces. So if you're ever interested in having your own space like the Prevention Network, but for a specific group, go ahead and take this course and it'll provide you with an overview instruction of how to register for your space, all of the space features, what is a space, and it has that discussion about, because some spaces are open and free and public for nonprofits. Some of our spaces are have membership dues, and it's a way for them to fundraise. So if your organization wanted your own space on the OT network, you can actually charge annual memberships or monthly memberships and actually raise funds for your organization that way. So this will explain all of that information in this course. It also provides video tutorials and photos of the platform to help you navigate and learn a little bit better. But I'm also going to be going over some of that today. So I'll give you a quick tutorial of what this space means. Did that answer your question, John?
Yes, thank you.
Great. So again, when you first open up, you're going to see you're at the home screen. This is the home screen of OT Network. This is going to have individuals from all types of organizations. So we help build capacity for-profit, nonprofit, and government agencies who have missions that help social, political, or economic life for our communities. And you can post updates here generally about organizational development, about events you're having, anything that you are thinking about using. Like let's say you have an event and you're searching for organizations that provide venues, that might be wanting to partner with you or provide a corporate sponsorship. Please go ahead and drop this in this main homepage. It's going to be helpful for other people to communicate, jump on and talk to you. Now, is there any questions? Oh, Jeff, are you talking to me? You're on mute. Oh, I can't tell. Well, let me know when if you have a question and you get your mic unmuted. We'll come back to you. So the next thing you're going to see is discovery. Now, again, remember the goal of this platform is to increase relationships and kind of discussion between organizations. So you're going to see top posts for the day. These are the posts that the most organizations have interacted with. You're going to see members near you. So this will help you search for organizations that are closest to you. You'll also see our featured posts, which these are featured posts that we've selected from Organizing Together. You're going to see all of our events coming up that are usually closest to you first, and then coming up first. And then you're going to see top courses. So these are the most interacted with courses on the platform. And then you're going to see spaces near you. Everything is geolocated. So if you don't use your profile and add a city location, you're going to miss out on those features. So it's really helpful for you to fill out your profile. You can also search members in your industry. Then you're going to have a portion just to look at membership. So if you're looking for members nearest you, you can find all of them in your city. If you're looking for hosts or anyone to ask questions, here are host contacts. And then you're also going to see online now. So you can instant message anybody in these organizations, ask them questions about their work, provide support and plan directly in the platform. There's a little bit more information here about the platform itself, what our goals are if you're ever interested or need a refresher. And then there are also topics. So when someone posts something to the OT network, they are asked to tag it on a specific topic. This way, it acts as a living library. If you're interested in information about development, marketing, technology, group dynamics, anything that's been posted and tagged, you can find underneath these specific topics. And so as people post, as our consultants interact with the platform, the more information will be in this topic living library. And then you're also going to have events. So you, as an organization, if you're going to post an event that's open to all organizations, I suggest you post it here. There's also an event section in the network space, which we'll talk about here in a moment, which will update all of the overdose prevention organizations who have profiles. And so you'll see here, you can add an event. You can go ahead and include photos, videos, anything you want here. People can export it to their calendar, so no need to copy it over. You can export it to any of these, iCal, Google Cal, Outlook. You can also add RSVP, so you know who's attending your event directly on here, and then you can contact them directly. Any questions so far? Okay. Again, we're hoping to collect data on industries. So if you're ever looking for an organization that specializes in a specific industry, say you have a question about computer software, you have a question about entertainment or the environment, you can go through here and find all of the members that specialize in those specific industries. So now going back to spaces, which you guys are probably more familiar with, is the prevention network space. So what this is meant to be is the all-inclusive space for overdose prevention organizers and agencies who would like to communicate and interact with other people in the state of Michigan that are doing this work. So when you're here, you can post things relevant, contact to overdose prevention. You can also comment on people's posts, which I encourage that, getting to know each other. There's also, again, it's the same kind of toolbar that you'll find in the entire network is also here specifically on the prevention network. So you'll find discovery, which will go over the top posts, the members nearest you, all upcoming events. You'll be able to find your own set of topics that we've created, whether it be COVID response tactics, Michigan overdose databases, overdose prevention training manuals, overdose prevention research, grants and funding. So if you post something on funding in the space, you can tag it underneath grants and funding. And if anybody comes on here and might have missed your post for some reason, they can go ahead and find them there. If you're interested in, say, following a specific person, making sure that you get updates from that person via the network, you can go ahead and click on their profile and hit follow. Once you do this, you will receive updates from that individual, either via push notification in the app or via your email. If you would like to message someone's directly, you just say hello, and then you can go ahead and message them. You can add all different types of media to these messages. If you're sharing files, you can do this all directly in the application. What's nice for the person who's running the space is, let's say they need to have a call to action very quickly. They can click the prevention network chat, and this is a group chat. So everyone in the network, you can communicate with them. Let's say you have an event coming up, you want to send out a reminder to everyone, go ahead and just drop it in the group chat for the space. This will either ping everyone on their phone or send an email out as long as that person subscribes to those emails. Any questions before I go further? Okay, so one thing I do want to go over with you, because this is a common issue, and we did this because we wanted to make it as effective tool for communication to replace the MailChimp and the emails, because you can do everything here to communicate with your network. What you'll do is you go to your settings, you'll go to notifications, and there are so many different ways to do this. So let's say you only want to get push mobile notifications. You can go ahead and turn off the emails by clicking that. Now, let's say you want to change the email frequency. Let's say you like hearing from everyone that you're following, but getting an email or a push every time someone updates, that might become overwhelming for you. So go ahead and click the daily digest. All of it will be condensed into one email a day. And then you can go back and read what's happened in the space. Now you can get really, really individualized with it and turn different notifications off and on. So cheers on your stuff. It's when someone hearts or reacts to your post, you can turn that off so you're not getting one of those emails or pings every time. So I suggest that you go ahead and take a look through this list. There's literally every type of notification that we have is listed here, and you can go ahead and personalize those as much as you would like. You can also turn notifications off for specific spaces or courses that you're no longer using, but are a part of if you would like. But all of that's right here. So all you would have to do is click on your profile icon and go to your settings, and then go to notifications.
Charlotte, this is Lisa. I have a comment and a question.
Great.
There's someone who's not muted and it's creating some background noise. If it could be muted, I appreciate that. The other thing is, thank you for providing the information on the notifications, because that was one of my concerns. I'm already getting email fatigue and a lot of duplication. So that helps me understand, where they're coming from and how I can manage that better. So one kind of old school question, when you say push notifications, could you tell me a little bit more about what that means?
Yeah, so mobile push notifications, on your phone when something pops up and it is in your banner. Here, let me stop sharing for a second. I'm like talking to myself, but all you can see. So when you turn on your phone and you see messages from, or maybe New York Times posted something, that's a push notification. So if you download the app and give it permission to send you notifications, when someone makes an update based off the preferences that we just reviewed, then you'll receive something on your phone. So let's say you turned all of it off except for messages. Anytime someone messages you on it, you'll get a little ping on your home screen, and it'll say, this person has notified you on the OT network.
Thank you.
Yeah, because we all get a lot of email notifications and a lot of times people don't even open them, they don't read them. And so we find that, especially if it's a small knit group who's interested in those communications, you can get those updates directly on your phone. And we find that response time, particularly for events, is much better when it's via mobile device. Let's see if there's anything else. Oh yes, I will switch back to presentation mode real quick. Lastly, I just wanted to go over this. Anytime somebody interacts with your post, or you want to get updates about what's happened, you usually get these in a notification form. When you get a new notification, they'll stay there until you click a little button that's there when you have a new notification, as that's something that I've also heard can drive people crazy because they won't know how to reset this notification bar right here, but usually there's a button. And then here's for your messages. So if you need to message back and forth, it's right there. In addition to that, we have courses that are specifically created for the Moda program. As you'll see, we just launched our screening for fentanyl course. Soon there'll be a GIS for overdose prevention, so you'll learn how to use spatial data. You have academic detailing, medication-assisted treatment, and only organizations and individuals who are part of the Moda network get access to these. So these won't, there will not be people from the OT network in these courses. This is just for you. Otherwise, the quick guide to organizations, these types of things are open to everyone. And so I look forward to seeing any feedback that you'll have from me as you continue to take courses. As you see, there's lots of courses that haven't been started but haven't been finished. So you'll see that our course list over the next year will become very, very robust. And if your organization is interested in creating a course for your membership, for your staff, for your volunteers, on how to do a specific process or procedure, we also have a course on how to create a course. You'll see this in our meta course series. And this will walk you through the process of creating a course on the OT network. Your course can be for free, or you can charge course participants. So please just go ahead and follow this guide and let me know if you have any questions. You can message me directly in the platform. And I get push notifications for everything. So I'm on there at all times. Yeah, and if you have any suggestions for courses that would help you in regards to organizational capacity, we're also always taking that feedback, and look forward to building courses that are specific for you. If you feel like you ever need to talk to an organizational capacity consultant, go ahead and click make an appointment, and you'll be connected to one of our consultants, and we do free 30-minute consultations. Now, for the part of the prevention Moda contract for the summer, we're also providing one-on-one counseling sessions called support sessions with me or another one of our consultants, Katie Van Horn. And that'll be available all summer long. Those are hour blocks, and please feel free to make multiple ones. And you have us for the full hour to ask questions and for us to provide any feedback. And then I think it'd be good just for me to talk a little bit about the Moda grant and how the application is on this tool, as I know that some of you have brought those questions forward, and I don't want to neglect that. So if anybody has any questions, I'll go ahead and take some more, or we'll go ahead and just talk about the mini grant application.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
We keep moving, have more than one person that work with me. So how do we build a profile for two?
Yes.
So she can go in the data and do work beside me
So
all the time.
That individual can make their own profile and go ahead and put underneath their industry and their profile just what organization they're working with. And then we can see all of the individuals who work within your organization and build those relationships that way. Does that make sense?
It does make sense. Thank you.
Great. Fantastic. Do I have any more general questions about the platform? And I know sometimes I can speak rather quickly. So again, we will be sending out the link to this YouTube video so that you can go back and kind of go over everything again if you have any questions. All right, well, let's talk a little bit more about the application.
Another question I want to ask, because we work with youth, sometimes it's not feasible to post everything that you're going to do before the parents sign the consent? How do we get around this with you all? Because of COVID-19, some of the goals and objectives have not been discussed with the parents that you're going to be parents and their students you're going to be working with.
So let me make sure that I'm understanding your question correctly. You're saying that you're worried about the grant because you haven't had an opportunity to discuss it with your stakeholders because of COVID. Is that correct?
Not so much worry about it, but there is a concern when you're dealing with a youth population, and if a part of your grant deal with that population, then you move to the adult population. If you have one section on parenting, then you have a peer-to-peer group. There has to be some communication with their parents. And if it's posted before you discuss it, that won't be a good thing.
I can jump in a little bit and just maybe ask Mary if we could speak about that in private a little bit more and how we can kind of tackle that issue if you guys are going to be applying for money regarding working with youth and having their parents involved, and how we would go through that with COVID.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I can follow up with you, no problem.
Great. I'm so happy we can get that worked out.
Excuse me just a second. Can you also forward whatever the outcome is on that? Because our agency works with children of military veterans, and also we partnered with Latino Family Services, and they have a youth program as well. So if you can make that public when you come up with a decision.
Yeah, I can try to share that on the dashboard and maybe in an email campaign, and then I'll as well just make sure that I personally send that to you both.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I would like to speak directly with you in reference to the matter. I am dear boy.
We can definitely set up a time to talk through that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
If there's not any more questions, I'll go ahead and just go through the Moda application process real quick on the platform so that you can see what that looks like. And maybe if you've been having trouble understanding where to download the paper form of the application, I'll show you that now. So the application is underneath the course because it essentially teaches you about the application process. A lot of times, application instructions can be very vague. And then you spend a lot of time as a program coordinator doing follow-up, making sure that those questions are asked. And so the goal was to create a course around this that would guide you through the process so that we could reduce the number of direct questions that need to be answered. So when you enter the course, what you're going to see is this grant process activity feed membership. So when you open it up, as it loads, lots of things on the internet right now. Let me try it again. There we go. You'll see something that looks like this. You won't have the edit capabilities, but you'll see these sections, and you'll see about the program. And what's great too is this allows us to track how far you've gotten in the course. So we can tell who's completed it, who's still working on it, and that provides us with an understanding of how many people we think are going to be applying to each round. So you'll go through, it provides a overview, and then you can click next to go to the next kind of slide. And then here it shows you the grant guidelines PDF. So if you go back to about the program and you look here, oh, I guess we only did it. I know what I did. I'm trying to trick you guys all into finishing it. So I put the PDF and the document version on the submit your application here. So I'm going to move this also to the front. But when if you want a Word document that you can fill in, as some people don't have PDF editors, you can go ahead and click on this and it will download and you can fill it in, and then you would just submit it to HARA via the platform. Which here's a little video of me messaging it to HARA, just in case you need extra support there. But really, it starts with, you know, a section about the program, the Moda Guidelines, which help look over some of the reporting requirements, allowable and unallowable expenses, which these are really important to review. It also goes over the selection criteria, so that you can kind of understand what the grant holders are looking for, a little bit more information on Moda, OCA, the Organizational Capacity Assessment. And then it has a section that kind of goes over what it means to build capacity. For some people, the concept, the wording is thrown around a lot. And I was like, oh, capacity building, oh, capacity building. But what does that really mean foundationally to an organization to build capacity? And so we want to make sure that the applicants understand like what the root of this language means. And then it provides you with a SWOT analysis and a link to our course on SWOT analyses so that you and your organization can learn how to do a SWOT analysis if you don't know how to do that. It connects you to the support sessions. So if you're looking to apply for one of those hour-long support sessions with one of our consultants, you can do that here. Also, all of the Moda town halls will be located on here. So after we've completed this one, you can go back and rewatch it here in the Moda town hall section. And then this provides you with some more ideas on what to use for the grant. And then the application materials itself are all here. You can find the PDF for the whole entire application. And then it takes you step by step through each of those sections. So we're hoping that this is helpful. For some of you, maybe you won't find it helpful at all and you'll hate it, and you please let us know. This is the first time that we've embedded a application process in the course. So we would love your feedback. But that was kind of the logic model that we were using when developing this, so that you have a place where you can go back, see answers to a lot of the questions that you already have, but also be able to add your own questions. So let's say you had a question, you can go ahead and just add that in the activity feed of the application. And we will get back to you within 1 or 2 business days with the answers to that question. You know, so if you have a question, please feel free to just drop it directly into the application. Or if you think it's a question that'll help everyone, you can actually go ahead and drop it in the all member chat. And then we can all have a discussion on that. I just hope that this will help you through the process, that it'll be easier than other grant applications that you've taken, especially with the state. And we're always here to help you with anything if you need more support. Does anybody have any questions? Does anybody have any questions regarding anything, abstract or not? All right, well, I wanted to thank you all for coming to today's town hall session. I hope that it's been informative for you. We'll be having another one on the platform in July for those who are coming on to the platform late, and I hope to see you there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Charlotte, the PDF would be a great help
Okay.
to us. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Thank you, Charlie. Have a great day.
Thank you, Jeff. Have a good one.